welcome back to Eyezzzick Games. I'm Eyezzzick here with another Ark tutorial, and I thought today we'd go over something pretty basic, and that's torpor and how it affects you and your wild tames in Ark. So we're just going to start off and show you right here in your inventory. You have torpidity down here at the bottom, and right above that's fortitude. If my torpidity reaches about 75% full, there's a chance of me falling asleep, and enemy tribes will be able to access your inventory, drag your body around, force feed you more narcotics, so on and so forth. So you really don't want your torpidity to be up at 75%. So fortitude is one of the stats that you can put into to have a higher resistance to things like trank darts affecting you, Titanoboa venom affecting you, and you'll be able to take a lot more hits and trank darts before your torpidity actually reaches that 75% mark. On wild dinos, each wild dino has a wild torpor level to it. And I have a mod here which is going to allow me to see this torpidity in wild dino. So this Argentavis, level 15, only has 1100 points of torpor, meaning that when you're shooting it with trank arrows or trank darts, you need to apply 1100 points of torpor to the Argentavis before it gets knocked out. Each torpor applying object in the game, trank darts, shocking darts, have different levels and different points assigned to them for how much torpor they're going to affect wild dinos here. So with this crossbow, which I recommend only using a crossbow when knocking out things when you're using trank arrows. Don't use a bow or a compound bow. A crossbow is the best way to go. A crossbow with a trank dart on official is going to cause an instant torpor pointage of 70 points and then another 87 points over a period of a couple seconds. So a total of 157 torpor points. So you see here it's at 0. I hit it once, and now its torpidity is rising quite quickly. And then after about 4 seconds, as soon as that arrow hits it, there's 4 seconds before the wild dino has what's called a decay timer. So you have 4 seconds before the torpor starts to slowly drop. And each dino has a different level of decay when it comes to it. So in Argentavis, the torpor doesn't drop that quickly, but there are dinos where the torpor is going to drop really, really fast. So you need to make sure that you're continuously hitting it with torpor applying objects, or else you're not going to be able to knock it out. So there are different levels of things. There's a melee. If you want to just go up close and personal, you can beat it with a club, a boomerang on scorched earth, a crossbow, a long neck rifle, and there's also the harpoon gun for things under water, which I'm not going to go over because you don't need it to understand how torpor works. So that 4 seconds stacks. So if I continuously shoot this Argentavis, that 4 second timer is going to keep getting reset and be longer before the decay starts kicking in and the Argentavis starts dropping in torpor instead of increasing it. So you notice that was a lot longer than 4 seconds. So that 4 seconds is going to keep stacking. So if it's 4 seconds once I hit it with that first arrow, it's going to have about 3 seconds before I hit it with that second arrow. So now you're at 7 seconds before it really starts to drop again. And the torpidity applied per shot is different depending on your weapon damage on your crossbow and long neck rifle. So I'm just using 100% primitive crossbow and long neck rifle here, but say you have a 200% mastercraft crossbow, that torpidity is going to be increased per dart about 200%. And one more thing about torpor is if you get that critical hit on the head, which I don't think I'll be able to do because the Argentavis is turned around and Ark hitboxes are crap, you get an extra, I think it's 100% torpidity if you get the critical right in the head. So your torpor will be applied much quicker. So this Argentavis is about to be knocked out. If I hit it with a bow or a shocking dart or a regular dart, it's going to be knocked out. So a trank arrow, like I said, does 157 points total. A tranquilizer dart out of a long neck rifle is going to be 221. And a shocking tranquilizer dart is going to be 442 torpor over the total of a couple seconds as you knock it out. So I hope this really did explain exactly what torpor is and how, knocking out wild tames is actually done in the game. If your server that you play on, or if you're playing on an official server, doesn't have something like the Nifty Glass or the Awesome Glass mod installed to where you can easily see the torpor points, I will link down below to a very useful resource that I use a lot, and it's called dodox.com, and that will walk you through the process of all you have to do is know what you're taming, the level of your taming, and what you're going to use to knock it out, and that site will automatically do the math of how many darts you're going to need to knock it out completely. So I hope this helped. I hope newer players understand how knocking things out works now, and good luck finding your tames. Always go for the 150s in my opinion, and have fun. Thanks for watching.